Upgrading your bike is a brilliant way to make it faster, more comfortable, maybe even both at the same time. But doing so can get expensive. So I thought I'd come for a ride to a very special newly laid road, by the way. Oh, yes! To share 8 of my favorite of the expensive upgrades. Oh, and while I go along, I'll try and give you some more kind of value-focused options, so you can get most of the same kind of benefits without all of the cost. We're starting just down here. It's slightly strange to say, especially when I'm only riding about 26 kph, blame the headwind, but nothing is going to make you more aerodynamic faster than a narrow position. So if I can get myself down in here and tuck down, then I'm going to be faster than if I'm sat up with my elbows out. Great way to do this is with a carbon aero bar. And this one from Envy, well, it's 440 quid. It's fantastic, but it's 440 quid. Now, before I get to a cheaper alternative, there are a couple of other things to say about carbon bars. Well, first, they can actually be comfier. You might get a little bit of vibration damping from the carbon. But also, these narrower positions, for a rider like me, but also a lot of you out there, well, those narrower positions are going to be comfier too. So if you play around with it, then it could actually be a solution that gives you more speed, but also more comfort. I think that's a win-win. Now, Prime is back as a brand, well, is here in the UK, and their carbon aero bar is 120 quid. I love this Envy. 120 quid though for the Prime one, wins every time. On this one, I would proceed with a little bit of caution. You know, it's not going to be for everyone. There's no point having a bar that's right down here and super narrow if your core can't support it or your back can't handle it for more than a couple of minutes. So if you're going to make this change, make it in the winter, maybe even consult a bike fitter and really test out if it's for you, potentially with a much cheaper alloy bar. Once you've got your position dialed, then you can spend fancy on something like this Envy. I shouldn't have hit you so hard, I'm sorry. Another thing hitting the wind, Aero Helmet. Now these actually make, or can make, a surprisingly large difference, but it's very, very hard to tell which ones kind of work for you. And some of them are hundreds and hundreds of pounds. So you really do have to make your research good to find one that's decent. And I've got a top tip for that, but my favorite one right now is this, the one that I'm wearing, the Van Riesel FCR. It's basically the Aero Helmet and it's under 100 quid, which I think is really, really good. Might not be as fast as some of the others from S-Works and Bontrager and the like, but very comfy, it's nicely ventilated. There's a MIPS version for a little over 100 quid as well. My top tip for finding one that's actually quite good is to look at what's being used in races, but not pro races. Look at the British kind of road bike TT scene. A lot of aero nerds there. They love that sort of stuff. So if they're wearing it, it's probably fast. My next favorite upgrade, and to be honest, this is where I don't actually mind spending some money, Tyres. Basically, the super supple race tyres are a great way to make your bike both faster and more comfortable at the same time. They'll definitely be more comfortable, probably quite a bit faster than a set of bog standard training tyres, but they too are seriously expensive. And I think that the best way for you to save money is to actually go with old tech. Older clincher only tyres are absolutely fantastic. Like look at the Specialized Turbo Cottons. They're still being used by some riders in the World Tour, although apparently they do have a tubeless model coming quite soon. Personally, if I was wanting to save a bit of money but also get the kind of performance and comfort upgrades, I'd go with these older tyres and then fit maybe a set of TPU, well better still, latex inner tubes inside. That's going to give you a lot of the benefits of tubeless without a lot of the cost.
While you can spend your way to more cycling speed, nothing, annoyingly, makes you faster than some solid training. But to do solid training, it helps to have reliable power data, and that's where today's sponsor comes in. I've been riding around on Machine's TO Power cranks, which are perfect for a high-end bike like my lovely S-Works Athos. They feature carbon crank arms and a dub spindle for low weight and plenty of stiffness, because I want my nice bike to be feathery and fast. Machine tells me that the cranks are just 425 grams, yet they're accurate to plus minus 1%, have a 330-hour runtime, give you dual-sided data, and they're IPX7 waterproof. That's a lot of good stuff for $549. But seeing as I said that I'd give you more affordable options throughout this video, it'd be wrong to stop now. Machine also have their power pedals costing $499, so that's something for everyone. So, if you want reliable data on your bike, check out Machine via the link in the description below.
Can anyone tell where we are yet? Cheddar Gorge has apparently been resurfaced. And that's where I'm bringing you today, because I want to check it out. Because I have been moaning about the road surface for ages. It's been absolutely terrible, but if they have resurfaced it, it'd be worth coming and riding again. It'd be worth the traffic. While I actually go and try and find the new tarmac, I want to touch on the next performance upgrade, and that is the Classic. Aero Wheels are just a fantastic way to make your bike look better, but they're also an amazing way to make your bike actually more comfortable, because if you go for something with a much wider internal profile than you're currently riding, well, there you go. There's a load more tyre volume for you to exploit, run lower pressures, especially over surfaces like this, where the council haven't done the roads yet. Now, I absolutely love super expensive wheels. They are so blingy. Princeton, Envy, the likes of Roval, lightweight, super cool wheels, but they're also super expensive. Oh, this is the new tarmac. Yes. Oh, this is gorgeous. Oh, this is so much better. Oh, I can't tell you how nice this is. Oh, there was potholes all over there. There's still goats. There are still goats. Hello, goat. Oh, this is magical. Look at that sunshine, new road surface. To be honest, they've done more of this than I thought they would have done. I've always kind of said that Cheddar's not worth coming to ride your bike because of the traffic. It's, you know, on a weekend, it's really, really not very nice. But this makes it nice again. This is fantastic. God, they've done well. I feel like we've got to come back up Cheddar, but anyway, now that I've had my fun going down, back to business, very serious business. And clothing. Clothing is another one that if you want to, you can spend a huge amount of money on. And you can spend money on some brands, you know, some of the fashion brands like Panamal and that, and they might not actually make you a lot faster. Very nice, very good looking clothing, but they might not make you faster. If you really want fast clothing, you've got to look to brands that actually do the work of testing stuff, developing fabrics, and doing all the wind tunnel work with riders. So personally, I'd look to brands like Castelli and No Pins that do have an actual focus on those things. But clothing isn't just for speed. It can be a lot more comfortable, especially if you get good stuff that works well with your body. And I don't think there's anyone that kind of impacts more than females with female specific bib shorts, because apparently men's bib shorts, whole world of issues right there. If you're actually looking for cheaper clothing, then in the UK you've actually got some really good options. I think Sportful is really kind of underrated as a brand, but also the likes of Castelli is so common that a lot of their stuff gets heavily discounted on sites like merlincycles.com. There's really, really good options. Really though, DHB, but also Galibier. Galibier is a fantastic brand. Galibier might not be the fastest, neither might DHB, but they really do offer fantastic value, and a lot of their stuff is really comfy as well. Okay, now we start the final three, which are, I would say, a bit more geared towards comfort over speed. But hey, a few of these are probably going to make you just a smidgen faster too. While a new saddle can be all about comfort, I think it can help you to lock into a really nice aero riding position if that's what you're aiming for. Now I'm on the Celitalia SLR Superflow Pro Team. It's got a very long name that I can never remember, but I have loved this saddle this year. I've got a very expensive model with carbon rails, but it's the width that's been important to me. And the important thing is that they do this width and this shape at much cheaper price points. So if you don't feel comfortable on your saddle, don't just accept that cycling is uncomfortable like that. Get yourself down to a bike shop and try out a range of saddles. They should have a few test models, or brands have kind of like a returns program if you don't get on with a certain design. I've gone narrower this year. I've absolutely loved it, and I wish I'd made that change way earlier. And then we come to carbon shoes, which, let's be honest, carbon shoes are a fantastic way of spending a lot of money and not actually gaining a huge amount. But getting the right pair of shoes is absolutely crucial for performance, and there is a little way that you can save a couple of watts if you really want to. So the S-Works shoes that I've got on right now, they're many hundreds of pounds, but there are a few very good options down at slightly more sensible prices. The one thing I will say with carbon shoes is that a lot of brands tend to reserve the good stuff, the good features like a double BOA system for their really top end shoes, which I always think is a bit of a, a bit of a con, because all of the fit, or a lot of the fit, comes in the way that you do your shoes up, and being able to like adjust the pressure across the top of your foot. There's also quite a bit of debate about whether a carbon sole actually provides a better platform for your pedaling. It probably isn't going to save you any watts, but I will say they are fantastically comfortable shoes. Like a saddle, you've got to find ones that work for you. So again, probably the case of going into a bike shop or ordering a few pairs and just seeing what works for you. But you remember I said that there was one way to make your shoes faster or get more speed from your shoes. That seems to be laces. Laces are very on trend in the pro road racing scene right now, because laces are apparently a bit more aerodynamically efficient than a set of BOA dials. So if you really want to find those tiny margins, then going back to good old laces is what you want to do. A bike fit can genuinely make you more powerful on the bike, but also it's a great way to prevent injury. I will say that not all bike fitters are cut from the same cloth. One bike fitter once moved my cleats forward so that I could raise my saddle, and I don't know why I listened to him, because that was a lot of knee injuries for quite a while. But if you're not feeling comfortable on your bike, or if you've just got your new bike and you want to get it absolutely dialed in and take all the guesswork out of things, I'd go and get a bike fit. Just go to Brian. That would be defined as a real job. Not arsing about making YouTube videos. I do like my job though. Here we are, back in Wales. Cheddar Gorge is once again confirmed as the best climb in England. I will have no arguments down in the comments about that, but I hope that I've been able to share with you 8 very expensive upgrades for you to waste your money on, but also some more budget-friendly options so that you can get most of the performance without breaking the bank. Now, if you like this video, why not check out this one? Because I did actually look at some more value-based ideas for all of your cycling needs. Oh, and a new thing you can do on YouTube. Once you've liked the video, you can actually hit hype. I don't know what it does, but it might do something good for us. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next time.